Hello everyone, Rick here. I am at the Winfield Fairgrounds. It is July 31st, 2025. This is the first day of the Cowley County Fair. I have never filmed or documented the Cowley County Fair. I've started doing these videos in March of 2017, so it's been 8 years. And this is a first time for the fair. And the first time I'm going to try to stay till after dark. I'm going to try. That's a long ways away yet. It's like almost 5 o'clock. It don't get dark till like 8:35 or 8:40. That's a very long time away. I'm going to try. It's been overcast all day, but the temperature's been wonderful. We've got a kind of a break of the 115 degree temps. So it's like 80 degrees and there's just a little bit of a breeze. It's nothing real major, but this is the first year that I can remember that's not been sweltering hot, so that is really good. That's why I'm here, because of the weather. It's just a lot better weather than we've had. Most summers for the Cowley County Fair are extremely hot, but not today. So I'm here. I'm going to walk around, explore, and take videos of the rides and such, and just the general consensus of the fair. So, if you're not doing anything, come along and join me. I won't do it all at once, of course. I'm going to have to try to wait until it gets dark. But the main thing I want to do is film this with the rides and everything, all the sights and sounds and lights, after dark. So that's what I'm attempting to do today. It just depends on how the evening goes. I do plan on staying as of right now, till dark. So like I always say, come along and join me, and we will explore the Cowley County Fair. So come along and join me. Okay, we're going to get started. We're going to walk around and look at the rides and just see what's going on in general. I don't believe the rides and everything, the midway, does not open until 6, which that's like an hour from now. But I wanted to get a good parking place before this fills up. Like I said in the intro, this is the opening night and things are getting more and more packed. Cars keep coming in, and the closer it gets to 6 o'clock, trust me, it will get very busy out here. This is the first year I've actually been in a number of years. Like I said in the intro, it's because of the heat. It's normally like 115 degrees during the fair, but we got a break today. They are testing out the rides right now. It's very busy as people are getting their place to park wherever they want to park. I lucked out, I did, but that's why I'm here so early. I actually got a very good parking place, and boy, I tell you what, that is really loud. But anyway, we're not quite up to the midway yet. I'm trying to get there, but there's like a steady stream of traffic right now, and I think I did real good today. Of course, I am here really very early. Got like almost 4 hours to wait until it gets dark. But I'm going to attempt to do this. This is the first time that I have actually done a video on the Cowley County Fair. Like I said in the intro, I've been doing videos now since March the 20th of 2017. I've done the state fairs in Kansas and Oklahoma many times. But the problem with the Cowley County Fair is because of the month being the end of July, usually the 1st of August, it is extremely hot. But not today. not this evening. So we're just going to kind of walk around here and see what we can see, and just kind of get ready for things to get started. I wasn't going to plan on being here till around 6 p.m. but I got thinking about it, and I thought if I wait that late, there won't be a place out here to park anywhere. Now that's what it's typically been, but like I said, I've not been to the fair for, oh gosh, years and years and years and years and years and years. But at any rate, I will not be riding any rides. I'm here mainly to just show you guys the rides and the sights and the sounds of the Cowley County Fair, the Winfield Fairgrounds. I do know that ticket prices continue to go up, just like everything else has gone up. So do the ticket prices. Because it's catch a frog and win a prize every time. Yeah, okay. All right. And here you go. Here's a runaway train for the kids. This ride takes one ticket, but there again, it's for the little kids. I believe this evening they have built a little grandstand thing for bluegrass. We'll go by and look at it, and I think this evening sometime they're going to dedicate that to Rick Meyer, which worked for the city of Winfield, but his main deal was the fairs and festivals and things of that nature, and passed away here a few years ago. So that's what that's going to be for. I think it's this evening. I could be wrong about that. We're going to go inside this one barn and see what they've got going on. Fresh squeezed lemonade. Welcome to the Cowley County Fair. 4-H exhibits and that sort of thing going on. I don't think they're quite all set up yet, but they're working on it. Oh boy. Wow. I like that. That's really cool. I like that. Here's some plants over here. All true ferns, it says. Herbs and all of that. Let's just kind of walk around and see what we can find here. Trees for Winfield by the Gardenaires. Huh, okay. All right. I don't think they're all set out yet. But over here they've got quilts, it looks like, or maybe blankets. I'm not real sure. But like I said, they're still getting everything set up. And over here, I think that's pretty cool stuff. Oh, look at this. Oh, are these Legos? There's a pink Corvette. Lego convertible Corvette. I mean, I think it's supposed to be a Corvette, but that's actually built from Legos. Boy, howdy, really cool. These are all well, no, these aren't, but oh, there's no Sedgwick County Zoo cup. We've got a Sedgwick County Zoo cup at home that we use. And what's this down here? Okay, I'm not sure what that is. This is a lamp. There again, looks like it's made out of Legos. And a couple of cabins here, maybe. Anyway, we'll come back around here in a little bit. We're mainly just looking at just trying to kill some time here. I'm not sure. Oh, that says grill and chill. So I'm assuming that is a grill. It's pretty large too, really large grill, very nice grill. Really is, real nice grill. And of course they got fans in place. Big fans. Well, let's walk on down and then we'll go back outside for a little bit. Very busy. I think we'll just keep on going here for right now. Oh, here's some corn on the cob. Yeah, pretty cool. With some watermelon. Little watermelon there. It looks like some peppers and tomatoes, and there's some cucumbers over there. Some larger watermelon down there. And some even larger watermelon down here. Yeah. There's some onions. Just all kinds of vegetables. Well, let's go down here. Oh boy. Cookies. Boy, they look really good too. There's some M&M cookies. Now, later on, when everything gets cranked up, they probably will be playing very loud copyrighted music, in which case I may have to mute the video, but I can work around that. I really can. I can work around that some way or another. Oh, it's really large. There are some old tractors the kids can ride. And that straight ahead is called the Freak Out. And I believe that was at Arkalala last year. Yeah, they're getting the Ferris wheel cranked up. It'll really be pretty at night. That's why I'm going to really try to stay here till after dark. It really just depends on how the evening goes. It's been cloudy all day. We did get a little bit of rain, but it's not raining right now. In fact, I see where the clouds are trying to clear off. I think it's supposed to be a nice day tomorrow. Hopefully it'll be a nice day for the course of the fair. I think it runs through until like Tuesday. I'm not sure about that. But if you live within a reasonable amount of distance, why don't you come on down and experience the Cowley County Fair. Of course, I'll take a break after a while and I'll be taking pictures and that sort of thing like I normally do. popcorn, cotton candy, lemonade, all kind of goodies. You can see I've already got people parked in back of me. So that's why I got here when I did, because see, that whole row right now as we speak is almost full. So that's why I got here when I did. And this right over here is called the Cliffhanger. And the lights are on. It may not show up on the video, but the lights are on. And they've got your normal variety of games that you can play. Here's your game tokens. I guess everything goes in tokens anymore. Different denominations. 5 tokens for $5, 22 for $20. Best deal, it says 10 tokens for $10. They're $1 each. Okay. And there's the hoop shoots. And they have even more tokens here that I guess you pay for the rides and or games. I do know that the Oklahoma City Fair, the Oklahoma City fair, they don't take cash anymore. You have to use there again, you got to purchase the tokens or whatever. There's skee ball there. You got an ATM machine there if you need an ATM machine. Now see, this particular game takes 5 tokens to play. Balloon pop, it takes 5 tokens to play. Here's one over here that says Star Darts, and it takes 5 tokens. And the object of the game, I guess, be throw the ball into the plastic cups to get a prize. Mini ball right here. Duck pond, 5 tokens to play. Lean and toss, it says. Okay. Limit 1 large prize per day. Okay. Smoking a barbecue over there. Machine gun. Okay. All right. Yeah. Here's a Lions Club vendor. Oh, it smells good too. Pork burger with or without fried onions. Pork burger meal deal is $10. A double pork burger meal deal is $13. And I don't know if that comes with anything. I think it just comes with the sandwich. Oh no, baked beans, pickle spear, a small drink, and chips. That's what you get. And then over here we've got toys and bubble toys over here. I guess you get one of these and then you pour solution in them of some sort, and then you can light up bubble wand, and then you can, I don't know if that's coming on the video, but you can actually, I don't know if you can see the bubbles or not. Yeah, okay. And here is another deep fried Snickers Milky Way on a stick, Chuds and Spuds. And they have a whole variety. A jumbo chicken fried steak sandwich with curly fries. Okay. Popcorn, shrimp, curly fries, gator fries, loaded, spicy, curly cheese fries. Of course, a whole variety of drinks and snacks. When I was at the Arkalala, I got the jumbo chicken fried steak sandwich. Not from this particular vendor, but I did get that day. And here's what it looks like. That's what I got when I was at the Arkalala last October. And for those of you who may not know, Arkalala is like the last Saturday in October. I mean, it starts a little bit before that, but the parade and all that is on a Saturday. They got smoothies, root beer, frozen cappuccino, all kind of brewed iced tea, chocolate covered frozen cheesecake. Boy, they're making me hungry. Now over here, another vendor that looks like they've got mainly drinks. Then they have curly fries, ribbon fries, deep fried Oreos, and the whole variety there. And they have 30 different funnel cakes. Look at that. Wow. Yeah. Okay. Yep. Here's a vendor that does a noodle bowl, rice bowl, teriyaki chicken, that's really good, General's chicken, and orange chicken, and sesame chicken. This is all very good. Very good. And of course, they got your different sauces up here. You got your sriracha, sweet chili sauce, and then another soy sauce, and your chopsticks if you so desire. I've never ate anything with chopsticks before. I don't know if I'd be very good at it. Okay, well, we're going to continue on and just continue to walk around the fair. Now over here, Southeast Carryout, they have chicken sandwich deluxe with fries, 1/3 double cheeseburger deluxe. Southeast Carryout, Wichita's 4-time burger battle champion. Well, that's interesting. Okay. Evidently they're from Wichita. They have a 1/3 pound double cheeseburger deluxe with fries and drink. And then over here you've got orange blossoms, funnel cakes, Indian tacos, and that sort of thing. Indian tacos are really very good. We've had those at the Oklahoma State Fair. We got the Indian tacos or whatever that day. And this Russ and Annie's, they do the Wizard of Oz thing. They're about everywhere I've been to. They're always around. What did you just say? And Ken and Barbie's Rollin' Diner. Okay, I've seen this before. Established 2017. And there again, they offer a lot of different kinds of sandwiches. Chicken, bacon, ranch fries, pulled pork, fajita fries, loaded fries, and just a whole variety. Loaded mac and cheese, pulled pork mac and cheese, chicken, bacon, ranch mac and cheese, and again, just a whole variety of just whatever you desire. Yep. Yep, okay. And these have Jumbo corn dogs, chicken on a stick, nachos, and they have all different kinds of deep fried cookie dough, cheese curds. I've never had a cheese curd. When we were, oh gosh, what was the name of that town? They had the cheese factory thing where you could buy all kinds of cheeses. I should have got a package of cheese curds and didn't do it. They got Italian sausage, Polish sausage, bratwurst. Yeah, okay, here's an old-fashioned looking peanuts and popcorn machine. I will be taking pictures. I'll take a break here in a little bit and take a bunch of pictures. It's starting to get warm now. Wasn't too bad earlier. And here's this real shiny little Airstream looking trailer. $10 Indian tacos. Oh, that's really slick. Really shiny. Yeah. And then you get smoothies. If you want a smoothie, you can get a smoothie in here. And then they sell lemonade down here. There's somebody with a fire paramedic, our local fire department. There may be something going on in there right now. I'm not sure. Building 6, they've got something going on. And then they have the livestock down here, cows and such, down here.
Fairbanks, your trusted partner in agriculture. Visit our Wichita location at 989
Now we'll see if we can see some cows down here. A bunch of cows. All right, let's see if we can go in and look through one of these places where they got merchandise for sale and maybe food and that sort of thing. This is building number 2 and building number 1. So let's see what we got. And right up here is where they do the grandstand area is where they do the demolition derbies and all of that, which I went to for many years. Haven't been to one of those in a long time. Well, let's go over here first in building number 1. Here's 1025 The River local radio station. And we'll just kind of walk around here a little bit. 3 for $16 must be those that there. What are these?
These are America's most unusual snacks. They're made out of wheat or potato flour.
Wheat or potato flour. Okay. Yeah. Looks good.
Thank you.
Yeah. Yep. Okay. We'll just kind of skip on by here for a little bit. Hello. Okay. These lights here. I've actually got a outdoor light like this. I've never had it outdoors. It's a great big eagle, and it's got one of these lights on top of it. And I got it in Wellington. Oh gosh, years and years ago, and I've never used it. I guess I'm just afraid it'll get damaged or get worn out or something like that. But yeah, these are really cool. Yep, you find all kind of arts and crafts down here at the Cowley County Fair. Oh, they got more over here. There's panda bear, unicorn right there. Yeah, all kinds. Yeah, mine's the same thing except it's a great big eagle. There's a little cute little dog there. Yeah. Yep. Okay. Well, I tell you what, it gets kind of warm in these buildings. There's the Cowley College setup thing. We'll go back around and we'll go back down the other way. Well, the fans sure feel good. Oh, here's KSOK. KSOK, the good guys, 95.9, Bob FM. These are all local. These are all local radio stations. Republicans, Cowley County, cool. Yes. Yep. Bunch of pamphlets. Yep. Okay, well, we're just going to walk on. Looks like I got a Kansas Army National Guard display, recruitment thing set up. I did that too. I was a part-time recruiter when I was in the Kansas Army National Guard, and I went out of Wellington. Is what I worked. Is where I worked out of. Hello. And I was in there for 11 years. Infantry, mechanized infantry, and all of that. Yeah. Yep, looks like some leather goods over there. And there's some, you hang these over your oven door. A whole ton of them. We've got some of those. Hi.
How's it going?
Just fine, thank you. I like those polished rocks. Those are really
We
nice.
have all kinds of crystals. We come from Corpus Christi.
Oh, really? Corpus Christi?
Yeah.
Cool.
So we've got all kinds of stuff. That
Yeah.
we do, readings and cleansings
Oh, okay.
and energy healing.
Oh, well, thank you very much.
Yes, thank you.
Okay. Oh, they've got a. Wow. Yeah, really, a lot of cool stuff. It really is. I think I'm gonna go back, maybe go back around this other way here. Okay, let's just go on here. Okay, I'm gonna go out this way because they're playing loud music down there on the other end. So I want to kind of get away from that a little bit, or a lot actually. But yeah. Yeah, I'm afraid that it might get worse as the evening wears on, and but that's okay. I worked it out before. I can work it out again. It wouldn't be so bad if it just wasn't so loud. You know, it has to be so doggone loud. Yeah, I was going to try to walk out the other side to avoid the loud, and that didn't do any good. But they're just doing commercials right now, thank goodness. Here's the 4-H building. They used to have like a little cafe in there, but I don't know that they even use it anymore. They used to. I mean, they built a real nice building for it. I don't know, I've been in there and ate over the previous years. But I come down here one time for the, I go to the, oh shoot, I can't think. The Kansas Steam and Gas Engine Show, and I thought they might be open, but they weren't open. They were not open at all. Okay, well I think we've made our way. Oh, wait a minute, we didn't go through that other building. So let's go back and go through this other building if we can. I still think that little Airstream trailer is so cool. Look at that, they've even got their stop lights and tail lights and all that on the back end. Isn't that cool? I just love that. That is really cool. Well, let's go down again, go look through this other building. I kind of forgot. But yeah. Well, let me see. It's about 20 till 6. I think the Midway opens up at 6. So we go through this other building. We may take a break and I may take some pictures, and then we'll keep on going. I've seen a lot of events in those fairgrounds, grandstands. a lot of events, mainly demolition derbies, but I've seen concerts and everything on these fairgrounds. Here's a 107.9 Real American Country, and I listen to that too all the time. But yeah, really nice radio station. But at any rate, let's go down here to building number 2 and we'll see what we can find in here. I might as well. I've got plenty of time to kill. Oh yeah, we're actually going to have the Oak Ridge Boys here for this fair. I don't remember them ever being here before. They had one of their members recently passed away, and they got a new member of their group. Yeah, they'll be performing sometime during the Cowley County Fair. I know they used to play in Branson all the time. Okay. Woodbridge shower and bath over here. And tumblers. 40-ounce tumblers, 40 or 2 for 65. Yeah, that's a little pricey, I think. But anyway, they got all different, like A&W, Dr. Pepper, Snickers, Reese's, and they're just the tumblers. Yeah, they got a whole ton of them. Oh, they got more over here too. Oh, look at this one. Star Spangled. I like that. Oh yeah, they got a whole ton of these. Now these are smaller, maybe smaller. These are 20 ounce. And they're 2 for $35 or $20 a piece. Oh my. I'll tell you what, now they've got even more over here. Oh wow. Yeah. Cups 2 for $30 or $20 each. I've got so many tumblers at home now, it's not even funny. Well, looks like we got some purses over here. Really nice looking Wrangler. Boy, really nice purses. Yep. So just a little bit of everything in these, with these different vendors and such. Oh, and then they got sunglasses over here. If you need sunglasses, I can't wear sunglasses anymore. I got a prescription. Flint Hills Rock. Classic rock for the heartland. Okay. Well, they have a little bit of everything over here.
I am the owner. I like to come out to
all kind of merchandise there. Car coasters. That's what I need. I need some new car coasters. The one I've got, or the two I've got, I've had for like 20 years. Now there's one with some eagles on it. I like those. Yep. Oh, look, air freshener, Route 66 air freshener. Huh. That is really cool. I like that. Oh, they got your vanity license plates. I've already got some. Yeah, they got all different kinds. Novelty cards, Bigfoot search. Yeah, I've got one of these. It's an alien one. I got that in Branson, Missouri like 30 years ago, and I've still got it. And some turquoise jewelry. Boy, really nice. Oh, look at the wristbands and that sort of thing. And they've got coasters here. Just a little bit of everything. Yeah. Oh, these little chests are really cool. I might have to see how much these air fresheners are. I don't see a price anywhere. I like that Route 66 one. I may have to check that out. Oh, and of course they got all kinds of jewelry. Yeah, okay. They're really busy. Thrasher Foundation, I've heard that commercial on TV. Oh, here's some Christian merchandise. That's always good. Really, really good. Oh yeah, I think my wife's got hats similar to that one. Yeah, we got a Bible book cover that's got that on it. Yeah, really nice. Yeah. It's nice to see merchandise like this. Yeah, really, really nice. Boy, I tell you what, man, it is. Gotta go buy this fan here. Oh, there's some compound bows. Oh, these are awards for shooting sports, hunting skill teams, and that's what those are. And here, look at all these vanity plates. Oh my goodness, there is a ton of these. I like that one right there. And I like that one there. Yeah, I like, these are all really cool. I like a lot of these. But they got a whole bunch of them, that's for sure. Yep. Yep. Okay. Now let's continue on. Well, they've actually got some of the rides running right now. Again, they're probably just testing them out, making sure that they run okay. Here's a hand washing station right here. Need your hands washed. Boy, they really got that. The old vendors are really cranking up the goodies. They really are. Oh, I didn't see these back here. I guess I better go back here. Bongo fruit smoothies. And here's Tasty Tates, shaved ice, rolled ice cream, and more. And of course over here is the Cowley County Fair office right over here. Now I think they're getting ready for I think they're going to, this may be where they do the dedication. I'm going to have to see if I can, it's almost 6 o'clock. I may sit down and see if I can watch this dedication. This is a new pavilion that they had just built earlier this year. Of course, that will be used for bluegrass. Let's see if we can find out some information. They got some Kubota tractors over here, brand new. And then here's a John Deere package deal, it says. $25,000 for this John Deere tractor. Huh. I wonder what the package deal is. Yeah, they're nice looking tractors. I mean, there's no doubt about it. They really are. John Deere mower. And here's a Kubota all-terrain vehicle. Really nice. Kubota mowers. Massey Ferguson tractor over there. Okay. Yeah, really nice. Okay. Let me go over here and see if I can find out some information about what's going on over here just real quick. Okay, well, they're going to have the Rick Meyer dedication at 7 p.m. and I'm sure they'll be having other performances throughout the evening. There's a lot of 4-H flags. Tisdale, Dexter, Udall, Burden. Okay, well, so that's about an hour. That'll be okay. That'll be a nice break. I'll probably film the dedication. Although I better get over here a little early so I can get a seat to watch the dedication. I might as well. Let's go back here on the midway and continue to explore the Cowley County Annual Fair. Yeah, the clouds keep breaking up. It's supposed to be real nice now. I mean, we had kind of a cloudy, rainy day today, but it wasn't real awful bad. I mean, it wasn't like a downpour or anything. We had a kind of a little rainstorm early this morning, like around, I don't know, 8 or 9 o'clock. It's called the Feedlot Barbecue. Okay. And this says Hive and Hearth. Hive and Hearth. Hive and Hearth Eatery. Let's see. Oh, yeah, they got smash burgers. The original smash burger meals. The Cowley Double. The Western. The spicy pepper. Well, they do look good. There's a fried chicken sandwich. Yeah, there's no shortages of places to eat here at the fair. BLT. Yeah. Strawberry lemonade. Yeah, really, really cool. All right. I think I'll work our way back up here where we started, and I'll start taking some pics. It's still not as bad as it would have been even just a year ago about this time. A little bit of a breeze, hey, a little bit of a breeze, and just really comfortable. I mean, it's probably in the 80s, but that's a long ways from like 105 or 7 or 10 or whatever. That's a long ways. Well, let's go over here and we'll oh, they've actually got that one up and running. The runaway train is actually up and running. The passengers and all. And here's the little tractors. Yeah. Isn't that cool? Okay. Yeah, they got a. I think they're all running. Okay. Well, that one was running earlier. Yeah, there's a lot of them. Okay. Well, okay. I think we're gonna take some pics and just go from there. Oh, there's a big, huge super slide. Look at that. A big, huge super slide. I've been down there. I've been on one of those before as a kid. And then over here they have the Sizzler. Joyland amusement park, for those old enough to remember that, had a ride very similar to this back in the day. And I think they also had the super slide. I can remember when I was a little kid, they had a super slide right on, just right off of Kellogg there in Wichita, but that was a very long time ago. All right. Okay, I think we're gonna get off here for a minute, and I'm going to take some pictures. All right.